In this video, we'll be discussing some of the best suburbs here in the Denver area. So if Denver is your next destination, you definitely want to stay tuned, because these cities, these areas, these neighborhoods should be on your list. And I'm LaRyan King with Keller Williams Integrity down in Cherry Creek, Colorado. And if you guys enjoyed the videos on the Denver greater area as well as the real estate tips and tricks, please follow me on all social media accounts, LaRyan King Real Estate. And you might be moving into the area. And if you are, utilize the number below. Give me a call. Let me help you guys out with that. Right before we get into it, I kind of want to talk about how here in Denver, in the Denver area, there's a place for everyone. So depending on what you like, your style of living, you can find that here. If you like the fast pace, a little bit more crowded, that downtown feel, you can find that. If you like more of that suburb life where it's, more relaxed, chill, you can find it. So definitely do your digging on areas and the things you like, because you definitely can find an area that's catered to your lifestyle and your liking. So let's jump right into it. The first city I want to talk about is Parker, Colorado. To me, Parker is one of them secret places. It's one of them best kept secrets. But the secret is getting out. You see a lot of people moving to Parker, or well, you more so see a lot of new developments going up in Parker. Parker is south of Denver. One of the things you see here in the Denver area is a lot of the cities kind of overlap. So you might be in Aurora, at one light, and then make a right, you end up in Parker. So Parker kind of borders Aurora. So, but also, if you go deep into Parker, you're kind of in the middle of nowhere. You see a lot of cows. You'll see mostly cows, but you see that's where a lot of new developments are headed to. So it's a great place, I feel, to start a family. Very quiet. Kind of like that open feel, you'll get that open feel there. Definitely a place to visit, to check out. So when you talk about jobs, amenities, safety, housing, unemployment rate being low, Parker has all that for you. But one of the downsides is that Parker is kind of out there. So if you're working downtown, you might have a commute. Definitely with traffic, you might add on a couple minutes with that, so you could be looking around 45 minutes plus to get to downtown. So the location is not as central, but some people like that. Some people enjoy that. Some people work from home nowadays, but some people working remote, so that's easy. That's not a problem, and they kind of like being away from everything else. Many young professionals reside here in Parker, and just like about anywhere in Colorado, there's many parks here. So that family support that is definitely here and reside here in Parker. Population is around 54,000, and about 70%, 76% actually on their own homes here. So it's a low renting rate. So you see most people actually own their home. And if you were to give it a grade, as far as public schools, safety, housing, good for families, it's literally from B to all the way to A. So high scores all around in every category you can think of as far as what you're looking for in a city. So the next place we're going to head to is Centennial. I actually just moved here from the Denver Tech Center to Centennial recently, and I actually just did a video on Centennial. So you definitely want to go check that out and kind of understand how Centennial was created and why it was created. But this suburb is actual south of Denver as well, but it's amazing. It's a great location. You got the Denver Tech Center, not too far, about maybe a 10-minute drive. You can get to downtown probably to 20-25 minutes. So the central location is there, definitely is there. You're surrounded by other great cities. So you have Lone Tree south of it. You also have Highlands Ranch. Then you have Inglewood and Greenwood Village. So it's surrounded by other great cities. So Centennial is a great place to live. Many shopping centers. You have the Park Meadows Mall, which is in Lone Tree, but it's like right at the end of Lone Tree, right before going into Centennial. So if you get off on East County Line and just take a drive down East County Line, to the right would be Centennial. To To the left would be Lone Tree, and then eventually you'll hit Highlands Ranch. But when I say it's a plethora of places to shop, places to eat, anything you could think of, Barnes and Nobles, vitamin shops, furniture places. So the county line literally just borders Centennial. Then you also have Top Golf, like I said, close to Denver Tech Center. So you have a bunch of hotels in the Tech Center. So when you have family coming over to visit, there you go. Not too far, about a 10-minute drive. Put them right there. This place is very quiet, not crowded as well. Oh yeah, they just built the In-N-Out, and it just opened up about a week ago. So do be careful about that. The lines are crazy right now. So just getting around the mall area might be a little hectic. Population for Centennial is around 110,000, and if you look at all the categories for public schools, housing good for the families, nightlife, and diversity, you're looking at a B+ all the way to an A+. So most of these categories, they kill it. It's a great city, offer exactly what you're looking for. So when I chose these cities, it's a diversity of being great in multiple things, not just having maybe a nightlife, but just having a nightlife and actually great for families as well. Having great public schools. Centennial is located in Arapahoe County and is actually, like I mentioned in my previous video, is pretty new. And if you're comparing who owns their home and who rent their home, you're looking at 82% of the people actually own their home, less than 20% rent. And if you look at any type of rankings that involves Colorado, you'll most likely see Centennial ranking somewhere on that list, on the good rankings, the good list. Next stop, going into Douglas County, we'll be heading to Highlands Ranch. So I mentioned Highlands Ranch previous in this video. So it's right, like I said, it's not too far from Centennial. It's not too far from Lone Tree. Lone Tree and Highlands Ranch borders each other. Highlands Ranch is around 106,000 people, but this, I love it here. It's very spread out, but as I mentioned, East County line, borders Highlands Ranch as well. So East County line has all type of shops, all type of restaurants. So anything you want is there. Lone Tree, like I said, border it. So the mall is not too far from Highlands Ranch as well. Highlands Ranch it's beautiful, very beautiful. It's open. It's a lot of greenery. Definitely don't feel crowded. Definitely have multiple banks in the area, multiple grocery stores, Whole Foods, Walmart, Sam's Club is right there. It's a great location, and it's south of Denver as well. And if we were to compare who rent and who own their homes, looking at 80% own, 20% rent. So you see a lot of ownership here in this area. And if we take a look at all the categories, from public schooling, housing, nightlife, diversity, you're looking at a B all the way to an A+. So like you've seen, the last two cities or areas, suburbs, we've been from B's to A+. We're above average. Like I mentioned, all these cities are right next to each other. You might not know what city you're located in at the time. One tip, one trick to figure out where you at, just look up at the street sign. If you look up and you see the street sign, each city usually will have their logo on the street sign. So if you're at Highlands Ranch, you will see the bird. I think it's the eagle, maybe eagle. I don't know what it is, to be honest, but it's a bird. If you're at Lone Tree, it's like this weird symbol. If you're at Centennial, you see the Centennial logo. You might go check out some of these cities and not know exactly which one you are in. Just look at the sign above main street intersections. You will see the city logo. And just like Centennial, Highlands Ranch is ranked on all the best lists for Colorado. So you're looking at the best suburbs, the best place to raise a family, the best place to retire. Like Highlands Ranch is listed on all these lists as well. So they're ranked in just about anything you can think of. So if you're thinking about heading to Colorado and looking into the Denver area, you got a family, you're not too big on the busyness and the crowdedness and the downtown lifestyle, definitely check out these 3 cities. So Centennial, Highlands Ranch, and as well as Parker. These very laid back cities, that suburb feel, not overcrowded. A lot is flat, so it's a lot of area, and for the most part they're surrounded by a lot of shopping centers. Well, at least Centennial and Highlands Ranch. Parker, on the other hand, you might be too far out, and they're still developing a lot of areas in Parker. So depending on where you reside in Parker, you might not be too close to a lot of shopping centers. But all 3 of these places rank very well in all the categories you look for when moving to a place. So great education for your children if you have them, or if you plan to have kids. You definitely want a place where they can get a good education. So as you make that list of some of the areas, cities, and suburbs you would love to move to in the future, definitely make sure you put these 3 on there. There you have it, some of the best suburbs here in the Denver area. So if you guys have any questions regarding real estate, please utilize the number below. Once again, I'm LaRyan King with Keller Williams Integrity down in Cherry Creek, Colorado.